Having been pipped to automatic promotion, Brentford are now pinning their hopes on winning the League One playoff final. Opposing them at Wembley are Yeovil, who have never won promotion to the second tier of English football. Capital One Cup finalist Brentford will hope that their experience of playing at Wembley will stand them in good stead for the League Two playoff final. Northampton finished a place above their opponents in the regular season, but know that will now count for nothing. We begin at Wembley Stadium, where Brentford and Yeovil contested the League One playoff final. The Bees last played in the Championship 20 years ago, while the Glovers were looking to secure a first ever season in the second tier. Commentary comes from John Roeder.
Uwe Rosler didn't play here at Wembley during his playing career, managing a team at the stadium for the first time. Brentford finished in third in the League One standings. Well known, of course, how they threw away automatic promotion with that last gasp penalty miss from Marcello Trotta. Yeovil finished fourth in League One, 2 points behind. But it is worth noting that Yeovil won home and away against Brentford this season. 3-1 victory at Griffin Park and then a 3-0 win at Hewish Park. Donaldson gets his first touch, dispossessed by McAllister, picked up here by Foley, it's away by Dan Byrne. Forward by Logan. Byrne is there again. Way through for Adeyemi. Free kick goes Yeovil's way. Problem here for Jamie McAllister. Got a whack in the face early on in the wars. There you can see the cut on his nose, and this is how it happened. Challenge here from Donaldson, as he and McAllister went for the ball. And as long as there is blood emanating from that wound, McAllister won't be able to continue playing. An early concern for the Yeovil manager. The Yeovil medical staff will be hoping that their repair work will have stemmed the bleeding there. So a lengthy delay then. Play now able to restart. 3 minutes the game was halted there. Away by Adeyemi, who himself got a whack on the head. Craig gets it away. Here's Foley. Edwards. Drops here for Madden. Craig with the block. Early chance for Paddy Madden. Good defensive play here from Craig as he came across there to just get in the way of Madden's effort. Craig on the chase. It's away by Dean. Foley. Sam Foley with the shot. Drops nicely here, and it's the opening goal. Paddy Madden for Yeovil. The Glovers' top scorer strikes early at Wembley. And the green and white half of this stadium are in dreamland. The shot from distance was charged down. It fell nicely for Madden. And how about that for a finish? Using the outside of his right foot to curl that ball into the top corner. There was no way through for Foley's effort, but there most certainly was for Madden's. Fantastic start for Yeovil. Foley. Gets away from Legaue. And away as well from Dean. Couldn't find a teammate in the middle, but it was a lovely run forward there. Sam Foley just kept going. Upson with the corner. And turned back in, that's over the line, that is a goal! Dan Burn with the header. Corner floated deep. Burn with it, and Hayter might very well have got a touch on the way. Both players turned to claim the goal. And it's clearly over the line. No need for goal line technology there. Plenty of confusion here over who actually gets the final touch. Was it Dan Burn, or was it James Hayter? Burn with the header down, and Hayter, well, does he get a touch or not? Yeovil scored early in this opening period, and they've scored late in the first half as well. Diogo Raga. Taken down by Forrester. Bidwell on the overlap. It's a good run as well. Trotter! Steck with the save. And in stoppage time at the end of the first period, Brentford have their first serious goal-scoring opportunity. Excellent run from Bidwell. Trotter with the header, Steck right behind it. Donaldson up against Burn. It's Clayton Donaldson, out sprints the defender, who slides in and concedes the corner kick. First real glimpse that we've had there of Clayton Donaldson. Powerful header and turned in, Harley Dean. Just the start that Brentford would have wanted for this second half. They needed a goal early on, and Harley Dean has provided it. Look at the run here, not tracked by any Yeovil defender. And the glancing header in past Marek Steck. And Brentford are right back in this League One playoff final. League One title with Charlton last season. Logan. Trying to go all the way. Forshaw. Forrester's screaming for it. Forshaw with the shot. Brentford scored with a corner from that side. They take it quickly. Driven in. Donaldson! And just wide. The save by Steck. And Wright Phillips couldn't turn it in. Brentford hoping to catch Yeovil a touch unawares. And maybe Brentford have cause here for feeling that that should have been a corner. Here is Forshaw. Saunders gets his first touch. It's Forshaw. Can he get a shot away? Steck with the block. But he didn't know too much about it, the goalkeeper. Sam Saunders almost making an immediate impact here as he returns the ball into the path of Forshaw. And it strikes the leg of Marek Steck before the goalkeeper gratefully drops on the ball. Foley. Crunching challenge, it's left McAllister on the ground. After he and Wright Phillips both went for the ball. Ayling finds Dawson. Up against Bidwell. Goes past him, goes down, looking for a penalty. It's a goal kick. That's a yellow card for Kevin Dawson. That's the reason why. As he goes to ground in the area. looking for a spot kick from Andy D'Urso. All he gets is a caution. Brentford fans mustn't lose hope. Their team have a habit of scoring late goals. Saunders. Forshaw on this near side, so is Bidwell. Here is Forshaw. Bidwell's just ahead of him. Donaldson with the touch. Hayes. Wright Phillips with the effort and pushed away by Steck. What a chance for Brentford to level it up at 2 apiece. Brentford want a free kick, aren't going to get one. Logan certainly felt that he was fouled. Brilliant save here from Steck, as Wright Phillips was able to curl that ball in between the two defenders. A minimum of 6 minutes additional time has now elapsed. Away by Webster. And by Dawson. Andy D'Urso looks at his watch and blows his whistle and signifies that Yeovil will be a championship side next season. For the first time in their history, the club from Somerset will be playing in the 2nd tier of English football. It's playoff triumph for the Glovers. They had to hold on after Harley Dean's goal early in the 2nd period for Brentford. But Wembley Stadium is a sea of green and white. On the Yeovil badge is a simple slogan: achieve by unity. And that is what Yeovil have done. They've been in it all together. They may not have the biggest squad, but they have played their hearts out and they have won promotion to the Championship for the first time in the club's history. They will be playing in the 2nd tier of English football. I don't think Somerset is going to sleep tonight.
Oh, what a feeling. Who would ever thought in little old Yeovil playing in the Championship next year, playing against QPR, Reading, Wigan. Look at this. 20,000, the population of Yeovil 40,000. Now half here today, words can't describe it.
It's always a fantastic occasion at Wembley. You get winners and losers, so we commiserate with Brentford. They had a great second half, we had to hang on in there. But we were the winners, and so you've always got to congratulate your staff and your supporters and your board of directors.
It just gets a group of boys believing in each other. We've been strong all season, and lost it was. What an achievement.
We just all thought that it was going to be our day. Everyone thought we were going to win. There's no one's mentioned getting beat at all. And obviously the underdogs who came out again, so done well. I think the population of Yeovil's 40,000. I mean, half of them are here today, so it's unbelievable. They've been behind us all day. They've made so much noise. I'm just so pleased for all of us, everyone involved with Yeovil Town Football Club. It's a massive achievement.
I think, you know, we've got a group of lads together that are just, you trust. They're the boy next door, but they give you everything. And we managed to get a group that we trusted, and we said right from the off, we wasn't going to be the whipping boys of this division, and we were going to compete. And we've had to work very hard to keep them at this level, as far as keeping up the lead. But when it mattered, they came up trumps. And, you know, if we can keep these supporters next year for our home games, then we got half a chance.
Very hard. We put a lot of it in the second half, but also the whole season. And first half, he was a little bit nervous. Didn't help that Yeovil first shot on goal was a goal, and especially against Yeovil, who defends very well in their own half, very difficult then to break them down. So obviously, the second goal just before half-time came to a very, very difficult time. Second half, I'm so proud to be a manager of my team. We really went for it. It was only one team on the pitch. We had got the goal, had a number of chances. But I have to congratulate Yeovil. They did a very good job over season, and in the end, they deserve to be going up.
After the break, we'll bring you the highlights from the League Two playoff final between Bradford and Northampton. Both teams aiming to secure a long overdue return to League One. The League Two playoff final saw Bradford return to Wembley just a few months after their Capital One Cup final appearance. Northampton were the opposition as the Bantams hope to cap a memorable season with promotion to League One. Commentary comes from Nigel Adderley.
Stephen Darby, who lost here with Swindon Town back in 2010 in the League One final. Bags of playoff experience on both sides here, both good and bad today. Seemed to be a wrestling match between Hansen and Cameron, but Bradford get the ball. Here's Reid. Tozer sticking with him very tightly again. Meredith, Hansen challenging. It'll come all the way through. And Hansen's waiting for the pullback. And Hansen comes up with the opening goal for Bradford. And after the gloom and doom at Wembley against Swansea City, it's a very different emotion now for those in claret and amber. The patient build-up, and Northampton was sucked in. They didn't pick up Gary Thompson, who picked out the head of James Hansen perfectly. His side have just got to stand firm for a few moments. Jones goes short towards Reid. And Reid's managed to get round the back beyond Guttridge. This time the cross was beyond Hansen. But Doyle returns it back in, and it's a second goal! Rory McArdle and Bradford City surely have 1 foot in League One already. The side who never really turned up at Wembley on their last visit certainly have here today. A very similar build-up to the first one, superbly recycled by Doyle at the far post, and Rory McArdle with a bullet header. Another Bradford goal would surely seal this game already. Jones allowed to carry it forward. Now Hansen, Meredith, and Reid. Northampton can't get a kick here. Reid all the way to the byline again. Cameron's clearance. Darby in towards Wells. And this time Lee Nichols able to make the save. But Bradford so much in control here. And despite the deflection, it's an easy save for the goalkeeper. Doyle. Space for Meredith to charge forward from fullback. Now Reid. Another header towards goal, and there's a third goal! And it's Naki Wells! And surely it's game over with less than half an hour played. And yet again, the quality of Bradford's crossing causing problems, although there may have been a case for offside against Hansen. But Thompson winning the ball in the air, and nobody picked up Wells, who maintains his excellent goal-scoring record against the Cobblers. That's his 7th in their last 6 meetings. It's not a great day out when you're 3-0 down with half an hour played. And this Bradford side seem to have peaked in their league season just at the right time. Only 2 defeats in 15 league games to finish the season following the League Cup final. And despite that first leg defeat at home to Burton in the playoffs, they got the job done in the second leg, and so far they're getting the job done here today, and it was almost 4-0. And Bradford City here could and should be out of sight. It was Kyle Reid with the final touch, and he's not really seen his side create a clear-cut chance so far in the game. Hansen can't get the ball the first time of asking, but he almost gets it. second time around, and it's a brilliant save from Nichols. It's a clearance from Carlisle in the end, the deflection off Hansen, and the reflexes of Nichols, keeping Northampton Town alive in the game. And in the 56th minute of the game, the Bradford fans rise to remember the 56 people who died in the fire at Valley Parade back in 1985. Hackett over the free kick. Short towards Harding, a couple of deflections, Akinfenwa. And he was unable to produce Northampton's first shot on target. But it's the first real moment of concern inside the Bradford penalty area. Wells. Playing the 1-2 with Thompson. Hansen waits, so too does Reid. And Kyle Reid will know he should have finished the contest there. And again, the Northampton back four drawn towards Hansen, and as a result those around him get the opportunities. It's good football from Bradford. Their dominance has been underlined with some great play, and almost finding Wells to make it 4. As we tick into the final minute of added time. Harding going for goal in the end. Well, it's their first shot on target in the 94th minute. Derby conceding the throw-in. And Bradford City have been such an effective unit today. And it's their day. Phil Parkinson can celebrate. A marathon season has a glorious conclusion for Bradford City. The lowest ranked former Premier League club begin to make their way back up the Football League pyramid. Gary Jones leads his team up to receive the trophy. And after 64 games, they've still got the energy to head up the steps and receive the acclaim. A hug from the chairman, who has done so much to revive Bradford City. And after their financial meltdown and tumble down the divisions, Bradford City are on their way back.
Well, this was our 64th game today, you know, over a marathon season. And I thought first half we blew Northampton away. You know, with Naki and James Hansen up front, you can win any football game.
This is more important than the Capital One final, because obviously this shapes the future of the club, and the club's been in the bottom tier for too long. To get back in the first division is a great achievement, and hopefully we can push on from here. You know, when we've had the celebrations die down, myself and the staff will sit down with the board of directors, and hopefully we will all be here next year.
It's been a really poor end to a fantastic season. But what we can't do is sulk, and you're right, we can't sulk. We'll lick our wounds and we'll come back, because in my experience you've got to use things like this to spur you on. It ain't the first time that I've had a setback, and it's certainly not our team's first time I've had a setback, so we'll be back, mate.
Congratulations to Yeovil and Bradford, both teams heading for bigger things next season. But there's still more to come this year. Join us next time as we bring you all the action from the Championship playoff final. Crystal Palace are at Wembley thanks to a surprise win over Brighton, whereas Watford defeated Leicester in the most dramatic way imaginable. But who will win a place in the Premier League, and who will be the fall guys? Join us next time.